never see me there. I never see me there. Now I know what it was, His mercy and grace for us sinners. For me sinner was dead in deadly sin, raised back to life now in His mercy. Even then and now, what I'm not sure of, I don't know how His grace works for me this miraculous way. This is deep, is a kind of miracle, is a kind of miracle, is a kind of miracle, is a kind of miracle. Yes, it's a kind of miracle. It's a kind of miracle. I truly don't know why me in this seat of honor, yeah, as if I was holy, as if I was holy, as if I was holy. I was never holy. This is it. I never ever see me there. I never ever see me there. I never ever see me there. Prior to my sinful lifestyle, I never knew Him. I never see Him. I never hear Him. I never smelled Him. I never felt Him prior to my sinful nature. If He can save me, He can save you. If He can change me, He can change you. If He can cleanse me, He can cleanse you. If He can call me, He can call you. If He cares for me, He can care for you. If He can make me do it, yeah, He can make you do it. If He can make me do it, He can make you do it. This is a trumpet call to reach you, to found you, to call you. All my brethren in deeper life, all my brethren in Christendom, all my brethren in Islam, all my brethren in this blood way of destruction. Touch His grace and mercy. Touch His grace and mercy. Touch His grace and mercy. Today, 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 salvation has returned back to you. You are not worthy, yes, you can touch Him. You are filthy, yes, you can touch Him. You are not qualified like me, still we can touch His heart, full of mercy, eternal, full of mercy. Touch His grace and mercy. Touch His grace and mercy. Touch His grace and mercy. Today, 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 salvation has returned back to you. Salvation has returned back fully to you. Salvation has returned back to you. Did you know? Have you not been told you are the only reason for His cross? You are the only reason. The job of His blood is to found you. The work of His blood is to give you His life. The deeds of His cross is to forgive your sin. The race of life is here for you. Is here for you. Is here for you. So deeper life in your buluku, where deeper life in your jegbe, where deeper life in your oversize, where deeper life in your bama, where deeper life in your where deeper life in your total neki, where deeper life in your bereti, where deeper life in your care for, where deeper life in your serpenti, where touch his grace and mercy, touch his grace and mercy, yeah. Touch his grace and mercy today, today, today. Salvation has returned back to you. It is the call of the elect. Matthew 24:24.
Greetings, family. Greetings from Abba Yahuwah to you and me, his eternal bride. To his name be all praise. Hallelujah. Finally, he brought us this far. All right. By all means and by his grace, this should be the last video concerning this very, excuse me, segment. All right. So let's do the finishing. Here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message already titled for you and me right at part 1. KUMUYI rejects December 25th but celebrate Easter, TAMMUZ death, Jesus marks, and Sunday SUNgods rebirth, part 3. Like I said, by his grace and by all means, this should be the last video in order for me to do other thing. Initially, I prepared my heart for just one video. Yes, my purpose, Yahweh dispose. So we must do it his way. I myself, it baffles me to see that this very message just spread all over to part 3. Anyway, it's for a betterment, okay, or rather best understanding to the elect, because it's not for me, by his grace. He has called me out of Babylon. Said, come out of all my people. So right now, I knew what Babylon is. The mystery Babylon. That is what we are dealing with over here. One final mystery Babylon is on its way coming. The Islam. Okay. These are paganism, but they will not took a book, Quran. They're going to mask up another wicked paganism. Is the final cause. Christianity has already, taken our book and use it to paint idol. And begin to say, this is the way to heaven. Okay. Anyway, so this goes for the elect. All right, now, part 3. So, family, in case you come in contact, very, very much possible, okay, you stumbled into this part 3, check it out. You're not going to understand if you haven't yet listen to 1 and 2. So, please kindly go. We are almost done with the mystery of December 25th because KUMUYI is contradicting himself. Christmas brings about Easter. Without Christmas, Easter never exists in the first place. Check it out. For a Messiah to die for you on the cross, whatever, definitely that Messiah has to be birthed. So the mystery behind December 25th, powerfully by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, Abba Yahuwah established it for you and me. Okay? To my brethren. So right now, we want to dig into now the mystery of Easter. That is why you need to listen to part 1. When you just come in contact with this third one, please pause it, rush over, and start from the very beginning, and you come over again to finish it with this part 3. With this being said, let's run this heavily race through the mindset of Abba Yahuwah. Footnote. I want to first of all establish this, or just, throw it in. Christianity is feminist. Okay, Islam is feminist. The husband band is Abba Yehovah, but they are not under his authority. Rather, they took the lineage or the feet or the footstep of their mother. Like the Islam. Agar was their, helper or whatever their mother, of course, that brings about Ishmael. And they are now worshipping the God of their mother, Mu, Allah. Remember, Agar came from, she's an Egyptian woman. They normally worship all this, woman's vagina. And today we still get that logo from Islam. Yemina simply means, there is a store there called Yemina, simply means Allah's right hand to take away your sin. Is being, carved just as a woman vagina. All right. So what is the mystery behind all this? Okay, look at Christianity. Who is their helper? Also, is feminist. Okay, Sam Ramos. Sam Ramos is Mary in Christianity. Is a Fatima in Islam. Is a Shekinah whatever in the synagogue center. Woman also brought those one into the Holy Land because they said their mother marries to the sons of the kingdom. Now they occupied our land. You see, so these are all feminist religions. So why this feminist everywhere? It goes way back again to Genesis 3, whereby serpent promised the woman the Godhead. So this is how somehow he's still giving them that Godhead. They raise this feminist way to the cloud. So that's what I want to see now. How did they do that in your Easter? Okay, so let's do it together. Footnote. Have you ever wondered your Christmas Eve? They will name it. They named it after a woman. December 24th is being called Christmas Eve. Why? January 1st, no, excuse me, January, okay, your last December ending, what is it being called? The one you call Wash Night. It's also being called New Year Eve. And your Easter is a name of a goddess in Babylon. All right? So you are feminist. And you goes nowhere. Okay? Any woman that breaks covenant is punishable by death. Idolatrous woman. We'll put some more. All right. Jeremiah chapter 1 verses 5, like I promised in part 2 that we're going to be digging into this more for a better understanding. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So the womb is the laboratory. The womb of the woman is Abba Yahuah's laboratory. There's never no way Abba Yahuah can bring about his son that is going to die for you and me without a woman. And in like manner, serpent is after woman. For his, heart desire, what he lust for to come into reality, that was why he attacked the first woman. From the way he did it, that is where we get all these voodoos, pagans. He casts spell upon her in order for her to lose her mind. Just as Jesus cast spell upon Christians, they have Bible, but they are not seeing it. He said the gods of this world has blinded the eyes of many for they not to see the true light of this gospel. They can't see because they are being hypnotized. Jesus has already hypnotized them. That is a spell. And that is the nature of their miracle. Is a lie. All right now. I don't think I'm going there today. So we are going to deal with Easter here. Remember, your Jesus is in Islam. Islam recognizes your Jesus powerfully. But what do they call him? Prophets. Okay? Every single thing you believe about Jesus, they do. Except these 5 pillars. They said he's not, Allah have no son. They said he's not almighty. They said he never died. They said he never goes to the cross. They said he was never buried. Neither did he resurrect. And we 100% we agree with Islam because there's nothing of that for Jesus. Jesus he's not almighty. He's not a Messiah. He's not what did they say? He's not God. He never died. No. Neither was he buried. Neither did he resurrect. Only to mark up the biblical character Messiah to deceive you. He took paganism, his spell, and maxed up the biblical character of the biblical Messiah and began to claim he was the one who goes to the cross. He died in his own sin, was being cast out. They died, actually. They resurrected, but because they died for their wickedness, they never died for no man. Their blood is pork. It can never officiate because they died. Listen to part 1 and 2. We unveiled that powerfully over there, and we see the signs all over. So right now, here I am. We see that a deity bragged right in Isaiah 14, 12 to 15, that he's going to be making himself like the Most High. So where Abba Yahweh, where is he? Who is working with our womb? It is Abba Yahweh. Said before I formed you, he knew you already. You were once angel. And this is how the fallen deity is also doing theirs. Before they will need demon in your womb, of course that demons once exist. Okay, so they are making themselves like the Most High. So quickly, let's put here before we begin to talk about the Easter. Psalm Tehillim, chapter 57. I take 3 to 4. You can read it all. The wicked are entangled from the womb. You get it? The wicked. He said, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one. So the wicked, which is the serpent, is going to be teaching his own seed right from the womb, wickedness. And what are they going to fight with? The royal law. And we also see the seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman. They are both a Messiah figure here on earth. And we see the ongoing battle. The seed of the serpent is going to be fighting the seed of the woman for him not to rule. This one will say it's for me. The other one will say I'm the one. I'm the one. The other one, I'm the one. That is ongoing battle. And we see the battle to the Jesus everywhere in our book. He nailed it to the Christmas tree. And now packed Babylonia. If you can worship whomsoever you want to worship, we don't have no problem. But stop deceiving our people. That's what we are here for. I take it again. The wicked are entangled from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. Okay? Spreading lies. This one blew me off. It blew me off. This is my burgling. They're going to be spreading what lies. Listen now. Their poison is like the poison of serpents. They are like deaf cobra that stopped her ear. He stopped his ear. Don't want to hear. That is why the prophet is deaf. Prophet want to hear, but they can't hear. Righteous one, they can't see. Because they are self-ordained. They are the prophet of Allah and Jesus, and they are the righteous of Allah and Jesus. Okay? You see, said their ear is closed. They don't want to hear, and that is actually truth. So now, what assignment the wicked is getting from the womb? To just spread their father's lies. John 8:44. You are of your father the devil. So devil have children. In the days of Noah, we see that satanic children cover the surface of the deep. We are, in fact, again, in darkness. Because darkness is really powerful. But their time is almost end. Islam to pick it up from the Christian, we put someone. Now, according to where we just read, what did he say? The wicked entangled from the womb. Just as Abba Yahweh is working with the womb of the woman, in like manner, this fallen deity is also working with the womb of the woman. There's the first, in fact, in Genesis 3. Listen to 1 and 2. So now it goes to Easter. Here I am, Matthew chapter 12, 38 to 40, we read. Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we would see a sign from thee, because a Messiah have a sign. A Messiah carry a sign in his birth, and also in his cross, and again in his resurrection. He carry sign. Listen now, 39. But he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation. So what is adulterous? You came from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Why? Because your father commit this wicked idolatry with a married woman. That is why they are an adulteress. Even as you just heard from KUMUYI that Christmas came from idolatrous system. Okay? He said, you evil. He's pointing them back to their father. You are evil from your father. You came from, unlawful bed union. That is where you came from. Seeking after sign. and there shall no sign be given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights complete. Did you get that? 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. If you have the gospel, I won't be able to read it because there are a lot of passages, about 8 chapter to read before we get to our points. I won't be able to do that. But if you have it, the gospel of Nicodemus, this message, that gospel, no, it did so much for me. Powerful. You're gonna see what happened over there. That 3 days and 3 nights is so unspeakable. It was about 3 light. Messiah gave about 3 light signs. Also in the gospel of Bartholomew, okay, in the gospel of Bartholomew, how they sounded the trumpet, 5,000. He descended about the first day descended 5,000 steps down to the hell. The second day descended, they gave 5,000 steps. Okay, then the third day arrived here. That was awesome, profound. Now, what is the 3 days and 3 nights? It is the Godhead sign. Okay, 3 3. I believe Trinity. If you don't believe in Trinity, you better drop the Bible and just walk out of our sight. There's Yahuwah the Father, Yahuwah the Son, and Yahuwah the Ruach HaKodesh. All three is in Matthew. Okay, 3. Okay, 16 to 17. Then you're going to see the Holy Spirit descending as a dove. Then you're going to hear the voice of the Father that said, "This is my Son." So we believe that. Now, we see. Then I ask him, come. Messiah answered them this way. Why? Because all sign is wolfering all over him that is the Messiah they are waiting for. But see, they are not getting it. So with that hug, and I said, "You came from you being evil. How can you speak of good thing, even though it's so clear?" So and I said, "Okay, this is the sign I have for you." Okay, like that of Prophet Jonah, 3 days and 3 nights. Okay, so belly fish swallowed him up. We know what fish is. It's a miracle. Messiah coming back to life. Of course, it's a miracle. Being raised from the dead. It's a powerful miracle after 3 days and 3 nights, 72 whole hours. Now let's check Jesus' sign. So this is the only messianic sign whereby you're going to know who goes to the cross. 3 days and 3 nights. How many do your Jesus have? I'm going to be cutting it for you. Now you can read Jonah chapter 2. Excuse me. You're going to get the account over there. Okay. It was in the belly of fish. That is a miracle. So right now I want to see that of Jesus. So after this, I'm going to play the video of KUMUYI celebrating Easter. Matthew 27, 45 to 46 or so. I read. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. Did you get that? And about the 9th hour, Yahushua cried out. Okay. So listen at 15. When Yahushua, when he had cried again with a loud voice, he let up the spirit. Okay, he gave up the spirit at the 9th hour. What is 9th hour? 3 o'clock in the afternoon. In fact, according to history, the very time to slaughter or the lamb of Passover always be done 3 o'clock, because that is the evening sacrifice. Okay, that is the evening sacrifice. Throughout the scriptures, the last lamb must be killed 3 o'clock, which is 9 hours. That is how the royal law reckon is on 9 hours. We don't have 24 hours. We only have 12 hours in the night and 12 hours in the day. And it's the hour that starts the 12 hours in the night, it is 6 o'clock. The one that is why we call it the royal law call it sundown. Okay, and the hour that starts that of the morning, 12 hours in the morning, is 6 a.m. Okay, so that's how we reckon, and that's how everything you can get 12 midnight. Christianity said they are all start by 12 midnight. They enter a new day by 12 midnight. So when is their midnight? They don't have no answer. It's a twisted religion. It's a twisted belief. The whole matter is being twisted and backwardness. Can we do the counting together? He said, let him that have wisdom calculate. Right now, this is it. 3 o'clock, they said Friday. 3 o'clock, you said your Jesus died. 3 o'clock Friday. That is all we have been hearing from you. When I was also there, I also carried this nonsense. That's mark of destruction, a day and a half. Now, Friday, 3 o'clock, your Jesus died. So Saturday, I'm going to be calling your word for you. 3 o'clock, that is just one day. And Sunday early morning, Jesus is no more in the grave. Come on, where did you get 3 days and 3 nights? You know you celebrate Easter on Sunday. You said he resurrected on Sunday. But he died on Friday, 3 o'clock. So Saturday, 3 o'clock, that is one day. And Sunday early in the morning, Jesus is no more in the grave. So he missed it. Why? Because he's not the Messiah. It's the mark of the beast system. So right now I want to play that of actually Messiah died midst of the week. Passover lamb always be slaughtered midst of the week, whom you call Wednesday. Daniel have it. I think I'm going to be reading some parts. All right. Now he raised on the Shabbat. Is the Adonai of Shabbat. Remember, he was the one who walked in Genesis 1 and rested in Genesis 2 on the Shabbat. He gave it. All right. He walked and rested at that time. Okay. Is the Adonai of the Shabbat. Why Jesus is the Lord of Sunday. These people, they know what they are saying. They are spiritual anyway. Because some is being deceived. This way we get a prophecy. Daniel chapter 9, you can read from 24 to 27, but I'm reading only 27 or so, or 26. Okay, 26. All right now. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. Way back to the days of Noah. That is his sign, the coming of his sign. And until the end of the world, desolation are determined. The end is disastrous, okay? When it goes to Revelation, that is what is there. The genocide over there is unspeakable. And the war is between the YAHUAH'S children and the children of the serpent. Yahweh is going to save his own children. Why? He is going to destroy the children of the serpent and their father. Listen now. 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. He left only 1 week. 69 weeks is already been done. Just 1 week to go. 1,000 years to... Anyway, let me keep reading. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease. What is the midst of the week? He goes for a week, for a week of days, and he also go for a week of years. Now the left over 1 week for days. It's in the midst of that. He's speaking of this is two Messiah over here. You see the one that is going to usher us in destruction, and you also see the one that is going to be confirming. Two confirmation is going on here. The biblical Messiah want to confirm Quran. Islam, excuse me, I reject that in your what's mighty name. The biblical Messiah want to confirm the New Testament, okay, and Allah want to confirm Quran, whereby Christian is going to be joining with Islam 100%. Mark this video is prophetic. KUMUYI is also going there. So Messiah gave out the Spirit right in the midst of the week, okay? Now, he said he confirmed the sacrifice, the covenant. That is the covenant of the New Testament and of his messianic movement. He confirmed that right in the midst of the week. He died in the midst of the week. Which one is the midst of the week? Wednesday. So count now. Wednesday, 3 o'clock, he gave out the Spirit, of which history makes it also clear that Passover lamb always being killed midst of the week. We don't use your calendar. We go by our calendar, okay? Now, Thursday, I'm going to be counting for your understanding. 3 o'clock, that is 1 day. Okay. Friday, 3 o'clock, that is 2 days. The Adonai Shabbat rose 3 o'clock. Shabbat, as he gave out the Spirit 3 o'clock, midst of the week, he also arose Shabbat. That is why he said he is the Adonai of Shabbat. Because it's a rest. It's a sign of a rest, eternal. So your Jesus died on Friday. You see how backward the system is. Now let's play that of KUMUYI before we finish the other part. Okay, quickly, let me finish off here first. Why did they cause the sacrifice to cease? When you go to Luke chapter 22, verses 24, it said the Gentile is coming and to destroy the temple. And YAHUAH'S is going to be led into captivity. Okay, so while he was still in the 1st century AD, okay, of Messiah ascension, and this prophecy was fulfilled. Why? In order for them to stop that oblation of an animal sacrifice officiating for you, goat officiating for you, bullock or ram, because he did it already. No need for that one anymore. That was why he moved us. He moved us out of that, out of the land. Okay, prior to the sins of our forefathers, that also spread down to us today. and led us into captivity. In order to stop that, where's the offering today? Where's the Passover lamb? Nobody is doing that. So we, we raised up our head to the eternal Lamb of heaven. He stopped it. But Mahdi is also coming. He's going to stop the synagogue of Satan in the land, because those ones, they are playing some part powerfully again. It was prophecy. As Abba Yahweh said that Yafet is going to be dwelling in the tent of Sham. Okay? So in order for them to fulfill the prophecies of the last days. Okay? So let's quickly play the video of this man, KUMUYI. All right. Could have just forward here away. What kind of nonsense? Thunder, fire your Jesus in Yahweh's mighty name. In fact,
let's remain standing as we pray together. Heavenly Father, we do thank you at this time and bless your name. We thank you because you brought us to the retreat so that you can do something definite and real, something new, something spectacular in every life.
oh my Father, I don't
We're
think.
asking you, Lord, at this time that your word will reach you to this special
Listen now.
Easter retreat in Jesus' name.
Did you get it? It's an Easter retreat.
I pray that this will be a special retreat for us.
I think I have to play
To be
that
a
again.
time of meeting the Lord face to face in Jesus' name. And from
Oh my
this
Father. Thunder, fire your Jesus. Liars. In Yahweh's mighty name. Listen very clear. Falsehood spreader. Lies.
to this special Easter retreat in Jesus' name.
Opoto.
I pray that
That's the
this will
only
be a
part I
special
need.
retreat for
Because I
us.
don't have time for this nonsense. His voice is so irritating. Do you get that? Easter retreat. Where did this Easter came from? Go and study the first Babylon. According to nonsense that spread, that Samuel Ramos, I said that already in part 2. Nimrod died, okay? He ascended into the sky, he deified himself as a whatever son. And his wife now also ascend to meet him over there. And her husband now sent her back, okay, and said, go and take care of the business on earth. While she was coming, she landed in the river Euphrates on Sunday early morning, okay, and she now burst out from the egg. That's why you are eating egg on your Easter, okay. Goddess of fertility, that's why she provides most egg for you that day. She has so many breasts representing her egg. She is using to feed you all, okay, on that day. So right now, that is the story they tell us about Easter. Let me put some more from the royal. We have it. It's paganism, feminist. All right now. Here we are, Ezekiel chapter 8, verses 14 to 16. Remember, here is Babylon, okay? We get this vision while we were in the exile in Babylon. I read. Then he brought me to the door. He's talking about the greatest abomination, okay? Then he brought me to the door. Or should I take you from 30? He said also unto me, turn ye yet again, and thou shalt see a greater abomination than they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of Yahuwah's house, which was towards the north. And behold, that is a footnote, okay? North. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Who is Tammuz, the son of Nimrod? He was 40 years old when he was being attacked by a wild animal and he died. And they wept for him 40 days. We see that length today, 40 days length in Catholicism. Who gave these people Easter? 15. Then said he unto me, oh my father, then said he, 15, unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn yet again, and thou shalt see greater abomination than this. 26 now. 16. And he brought me into the inner court of Yahweh's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of Yahweh's the door of the temple of Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men with their back towards the temple of Yahweh and their face towards the east, and they worshipped the sun towards the east. This is the greatest abomination. Now, he said women. When you go to Revelation chapter 12, He's not really necessarily a woman like me. No, he's speaking of organization. He's speaking of a functioning system. He's speaking of a empire. Let me, yeah, better that way, empire. Okay. Now, Revelation 12, you see a holy woman. Revelation 17, you see a filthy woman, a Babylon woman. Okay, Babylonian woman. Mystery. That is where the Babylon, mystery Babylon lies. You see, this is Babylon. So what were they doing? He said women are beginning to weep for Tammuz. That is their Easter. On their Easter, they will say Good Friday. Okay, they don't eat whatever because they said Tammuz died that day. And they said the inner raised on Sunday. It's in history. Now, woman is a ministry. It's speaking of empire, not just necessarily woman as me. Now, it said from in the side of the north, okay, women are sad and now begin to weep for Tammuz, the son of Nimrod. Okay. Now, Isaiah 14:30-40, listen. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Jehovah. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. This holy deity speaking, saying he's going to, his own seat is going to be higher than that of Abiwa. Where is he going to place his own seat? In the north. Okay, and these women, they are from the north. They face the north, and they now begin to weep. That is Tammuz, and that is your Easter. Zechariah have the final answer. Zechariah, you can read all chapter 5. Time will come when I will do all chapter 5, but I want just to pick a few parts and read to establish this part. Zechariah 5, I to start from 6. And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance throughout all the earth. Islam, Christianity, synagogue of Satan, paganism, it is a spell. They all have something in common, only one deity, confusing the entire world. 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman, feminist, that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. And he said, this is wickedness. Okay, who is of that wicked one? And he cast it into the midst of the ephah, and he cast the weight of the lead upon the mouth thereof. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and lo, behold, there came out of it 2 women. And the wind was in their wings, for they are wings like the wings of the stork, and they lifted up the ephah between the earth and the heaven. That is your Christmas basket. This is your Christmas basket. You now lift up a pork to the sky. Just as that pork said he's going to make himself like the Moses, he's going to be raising his own throne above that of Abiwa. You now help this wicked deity to lift up that Easter basket and said, this is not the one. It's in Islam. It's in Christianity. Islam and Christianity, almost 6 billion. They lifted up this ephah, this Easter basket. Islam don't believe in it, but they believe Jesus is a prophet. They believe he's coming back again. Okay? It said this is wickedness. Almost out of time. You can see Revelation 17. That is the woman, mystery Babylon that sat upon many waters. Revelation 1 call it many water. Revelation 17:1 said many waters. To know what is that water, you will now go to Revelation 17. These are peoples, languages, kindred, tongues, nations. She sat. What is the art of sitting? To rule over you. Uncleanness. Mystery Babylon is the most painful part. 10. Then said I to the angel that talked with me, where do this bow the ephah? Where is this his place? Where is it going to be? Listen now. And he said unto me, to build it a house in the land of Shinar, and it shall be established and sit there upon her base, Babylon. Okay, this is a vision from Babylon. Okay, so where is Shinar? Oh, yeah, Genesis 10. Oh, yeah, 10:10. And the beginning of his kingdom is talking about Nimrod. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, confusion, and Iraq and Akkad, okay, in the land of Shinar. This is where this is still referring, this mystery Babylon, go back to the system of the first Babylon, is paganism. And this same mystery today is paganism. Even though they marks it up, you see, this is how you're going to be proving them wrong. Messiah said it's 3 days and 3 nights. Jesus is just a day. They can never get it right. It's a day and a half. Okay? Always take their whatever, stress them back to Babylon. That is their base. It says it's going to build it an house. What is a house? We are the temple of Yahuwah, not building. We are the Bahit. And this also, Ishtar, also have a house. Christianity. The whole world is paganism. Islam is paganism. Christianity is paganism. The whole world. Just what is paining me or hurting me the most, they now took a holy book and now begin to mask up paganism and paint it to be like angel now. Devil that masquerade himself as an angel of light. You bastard KUMUYI, this is what you celebrate? Huh? Woman's vagina? You know, in the first Nimrod or Babylon, he taught the people of Yahuwah never to scatter, okay? To build and make a name for themselves. The book of Yahshua have the full story, but no room for that. Genesis 9:11 for listen. And they said, go, let us build us a city and a town whose top may reach up unto heaven. They are still building it today. And let us make a name for ourselves. They are still doing it. Least we be scattered, okay, leave it there. The name is Jesus. The name is Allah. The name is Buddhist. It's everywhere. It's Confucianist. It's just everywhere. That is the name. Abba Yahweh gave a powerful name to Father Abraham. Okay. But this deity also said they want to make a name, not for Yahuwah, but for themselves. They want to build a rich heaven. Christianity wants to go to heaven. The whole world wants to go to heaven. Let me put it so. But through paganism. They want to build other means to heaven. But it's not working because Yahushua said, I alone. The way, the truth, and the life. And no one goes to heaven but by me only. You want to make heaven, but through paganism. That is a pure lie. That is deception. Now I'll read the final scripture to go. The Gospel of Bartholomew, okay, chapter 4, verses 57, I read. And when we were cast down upon the earth, we were dead for 40 years. And when the sun shined forth, 7 times brighter than fire, suddenly I awaked and looked upon me, or looked about. The 600 also were dead. Okay, hang it over them. So what make them to raise? It is sun. Say the sun heated upon them 7 times, even hotter than fire. It is judgment. Abba Yahweh has already given them to what they had desire to be. Now the day they fell from glory marks the beginning of time and season. They fell first day of the week, which is Sunday. Remember, first day of the week is number 1, and the first day again of the week is number 8. When you count the first to Sunday, it is 8. Now, Messiah said it's coming. It's like the days of Noah. Okay, and how many were saved in the days of Noah? That is the sign. Only 8 people. What does 8 symbolize? Is in the circumcision to cut off flesh. Okay. Now in the 8 days, that is the second resurrection. The first resurrection, it goes for the people of the book. But the second resurrection in Revelation 20, you're gonna see it goes for the wicked. It is the resurrection of the wicked. They're gonna be resurrected first day of the week, which is Sunday, the 8,000 years reign. Okay, the number 8 to cut off flesh away from the earth. Number 8 simply means to start a new beginning, start it all over again. I bet your wife is going to wipe away all this nonsense of Jesus and Allah and put this and all this rubbish straight to the fire. He's going to cast them all into the fire. That is the judgment. He said the sun it shone upon them 7 times. That is 7,000 year reigns of them. That is their 7 horns. That is their authority. Now, let's confirm this before we round up. So this the reason why they are saying Jesus raised on Easter Sunday. That is correct. What did it before? He was raised by sun to face judgment. It's also going to be raised on the 8th day, first day of the week, which is Sun. The one they call Sunday, to face damnation. Daniel chapter 3:19. There was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed, and gazed Meshach, Azarias, and Ananias. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should hot the furnace 7 times more than it won't be hotted. He said they should light that fire 7 times. It is judgment hotter than the normal. That was why Abayewa caused that sun to hit them 7 times hotter than fire. Then they're now raised back to life. And the second death, they're going to raise back to life on Sunday. This is the mystery, people. That was why they said Jesus raised on the Sunday, Easter Sunday. It is to face judgment. The lake of fire, just like a woman's vagina, is going to swallow all of you. Okay, it's going to swallow all of you. It's like a grave. He can never be filled. Okay, so that is why they gave that glory to the vagina of a woman. You know, that is feminist. Feminist. It's in Islam, it's in Christian, it's in everywhere. They will believe it is feminist. Family, we are done for now. Coming back to this message, as you can see, I just watched it. I don't want it to move more than 3. To Abayewa be all praise, honor, and adoration. The light will be cut. Is a net. This message is being called net to cut the people of the book out of this nonsense into their father's house. To Abayewa be all praise. We are the house of Yahuwah. We are not the house of Babylon. Christian